calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is fielded at the goal line. Dances by him, and he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the rookie first-rounder from Penn State, Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Gone. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Goff on first down. To Barkley on the check down. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Out of the gun. Gone. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that third down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. Threw a little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains moving.
They give him a gain of 37. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. Inside. Hey, you got three down. Hey.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they'll run it here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be. What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Dontari Poe in on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mario Addison. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end. But running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Being chased out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. D. Ford in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
17. Marlin. Super. 76, tell him.
A shotgun snap for Gone. He's going to let this one go deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? It's certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Tim Williams makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll go on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Rodgers now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And Dawson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Value 3, value 3.
Here's Goff now on second down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Robert Quinn in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Goff. Airing one out for Crowder. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Out Cowboys, the kickoff unit, as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. Back north. Hey, check 26. Inside.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Out to his left. Toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
Hey, check 26.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. Tim Williams in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. It's a great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
2 for 1. Starting left here.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A former star at nearby Georgia Tech, Harrison Butker now for the field goal try. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You're talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has
the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On play action, it's Rodgers. Steps away. Throw left side complete. It's Roll. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Rodgers now on first down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They fake the give. Now Rodgers to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's gone. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On 2nd and 10, gone. Going up top. And this is caught off a deflection. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, gone. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Box it, box it, box it, box it. Oko, over here.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Over.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Rodgers going to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. This will be caught inside the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And that one results in 35 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Second and goal from the 1. He'll get it up the middle, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Now a first down throw. Gone. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now Goff on first down. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On first down, gone. It's caught left side by Cooks. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, it's gone. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Michael Bannon in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to spin free, and now running right through it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw on second down is gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Value three. Super.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Out of the gun. Gone. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. So Goff will lead his guys up to the line to go for the 2-point conversion.
Super 66. Shell.
They'll try to run it here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now it's Ellington to return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And here now come the Falcons.
Let's go, come on. Back to north.
On first down, Rodgers to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And down he'll go at the 25. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Give him 30 yards there. Rodgers now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Let's go.
Mario Addison in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Hey, 626.
Rodgers to throw on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Tim Williams in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Rodgers got to have this one. Looking downfield for Jones. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Working from the gun. Rodgers dancing to his left. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Mario Addison in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. T.J. Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
DC. Tell. Whoa. DC.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. From the gun, here's Goff. And some space here. And he takes this one back zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Dawson tacks on the point after, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Goff now looking to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's caught inside the 30. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 48 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. On second down, here's Goff. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's fourth down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 12. 17.
He's back to throw. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Trey Burton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter if he needs to make those plays when the legs go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, we are going.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And no move by Dan Quinn to get the offense off the field. They're staying out there, and they're going for it on 4th. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Very much in range for a tying field goal as they hurry to the line. Back to throw. Rodgers. Man open left side is Brown. And out of bounds right around the 20. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Rodgers to throw. This one caught left side by Cooper. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And we are all tied at 29. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And now here come the Ravens. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Oh, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
On the move to his left. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. On the give, this is their fullback. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a pressure spot now for Phil Dawson. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And he got